One. Oh, we're live. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Lisa Miller. I am the Regional Communications Officer for the American Red Cross of Alaska. I'm sure you all have seen the weather advisory and in the news. The National Weather Service has issued freezing rain advisories and special weather statements for pretty much across the state of Alaska. As well as storm advisories and warnings. So at the American Red Cross of Alaska, we want to encourage you to be prepared. And I have some of our specialists. I'm going to flip them. Our preparedness specialists are here today to talk about what you should have in your disaster supplies kit at home. Today we have Stephen Fisher. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, Lisa.
Stephen is our preparedness and casework specialist. We have Celia Jackson.
Hi.
Celia is our Senior Disaster Program Manager, and we have Jeff Benarte, who is our Red Cross intern. Hey, Jeff.
Hi.
So I will throw it over to you, Stephen, to get us started, and if you can just explain what, again, we should have in our disaster supplies kit.
Absolutely, Lisa. Thank you. So, everybody, it's a winter storm advisory, and you want to stay inside in this kind of situation. Now, once you're cozy indoors, you want to make sure you have the right supplies gathered together, because you don't want to be snowed in for a long time without having the right things with you. So, we're human beings. We all need food and water. So let's start with that. Food. We're in Alaska, pretty remote, so we need about 14 days worth of food and non-perishable items. Things that come in a can, for example, is a great start. You want to make sure you have your can opener too. Some cookies here, things that won't go bad. Now, this is obviously a sample right here, again, 14 days. As for our water, make sure you put that in a place that won't freeze. So can I pass this to you, Celia?
Thank you, Stephen.
Absolutely. After that, basic human needs again. First aid kit, classic Red Cross tool. Here you go, Celia. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Thanks. Your family should always have a first aid kit ready to go. It can be basic or complicated, but whatever you have, be familiar with what's inside. Make sure that you know what the supplies are and you've taken everything out and looked at it and played around with it a little bit. You can also take health and safety classes to get trained. Often the hospitals or medical services will be really taxed during a winter storm, especially if there's power outages and roads closed. So having some basic knowledge to keep you and your family safe is really important.
Yeah, thank you, Celia. Now, this is the winter storm, so we want to make sure we stay warm. Things like blankets, always good to have extra in your home. You want to have enough for your entire family. Hand warmers too. Great convenient, guys, to keep in your safety kit. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Now you want to stay clean, you want to stay refreshed, you want to be beautiful. Have your sanitation supplies, things like towelettes, towels, toothbrush, feminine hygiene products, combs. You want to keep that all together because you know it could always run out, and you want to have enough of that. Now, Jeff, I see you have a flashlight and extra batteries.
So we use a flashlight in order to prevent using candles as a light source. One reason why is because we try to avoid using open flames that spew out carbon monoxide, which is bad for us to breathe in. And that's really bad because if you're in an enclosed area, that carbon monoxide can build up. And sure, you don't smell it, but once it hits you, you'll feel the carbon monoxide. So, flashlight.
Yeah, actually, Celia, talking about that, we've had a lot of fires throughout the winter so far. A lot of that comes from unconventional heating. So could you touch on that?
Yeah, sure. Whenever there's a power outage, especially in Alaska, people will use creative heating sources.
Very creative.
Especially if it's really cold. It's important that whatever you use to heat your home, that it's safe for indoor use and doesn't produce carbon monoxide. So put those Coleman camper stoves away or use them outside. Or just be aware and look for the warning label. And if you do use a wood stove, make sure that it's been serviced, that the chimney's clean, and that you're using it within the heating range it's meant for.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I see there's the radio here. Jeff, you want to touch on that, right?
Right. This radio right here, it has its own crank and it produces electricity on itself. So you don't have to usually rely on the battery itself because you can tend to run out of battery. And then also, what's more important is our communications is down. usually during a severe winter storm warning. And with that being said, we can't use our cell phones. And what other way can we communicate is via radio. And we can also stay tuned for weather watches, storm warnings, and we could also find out places where you should avoid. And most importantly, we can plan our routes carefully, and we can reach to our destination and possibly to our loved ones and be together and have our own nice radio.
Yeah, beautiful radio. Now, I want to touch on communications a little bit more. I like to keep an address book in my shelter kit. I know I depend on my phone all the time, and if that battery does run out or cell service is down, I have a whole set of numbers I can reach with my landline, for example. Now, Celia, you have some extra thoughts on this too, or?
I have the same issue. I only
Yeah.
have 1 or 2 numbers memorized.
Right.
It's my old home phone number from my childhood. That no longer exists. And my mother's number.
Oh.
Everything else is on the phone. I try really hard, but my memory's not that great anymore. So this is great.
So keep your contacts written down. I would also recommend an emergency contact out of state, someone that you and your family have agreed upon earlier.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, I do recommend some plasticware, plates, cups, anything like that. Your dishwasher could break down. You don't have any water or any situation like that. It's good to have these handy. Things like hot cocoa, because you want to have a fun time while you're snowed in. You want to keep toys in there so your children are entertained. Or, I mean, I love toys still, so I have my Husky here getting ready for the Iditarod in March, and my Seal here. Things like crayons, still crazy about crayons. And then finally, I would say, oh, your medicine. Any prescription medicine, it's good to keep. Things like glasses as well. Lisa, do we have any questions?
I don't actually see any questions popping up, but
Okay.
if you do have questions, you can give us a call.
At 907-646-5401.
5401. And also, I'm going to you guys. So if you have more or if you would like more information on health and safety classes, you can also go to redcross.org/Alaska. We have our whole schedule of classes that you can sign up for online, and you can reach out to us with questions on how to prepare your disaster supplies kit.
Wait, Lisa, we want to say
I'm so sorry. How rude of me.
Bye.
Everyone stay safe out there. Have a nice, quiet, cozy weekend, and we'll see you soon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.